G'day, Heath here from pickinglessons.com. Carolans, welcome. This is a beautiful O'Carolan tune. We're in the key of A minor in standard tuning. We have two parts of the tune. In a moment, we're going to take a look at part A here in this video. But if you head over to pickinglessons.com, you can grab yourself a copy of the tablature there. In the member section, we'll also break down the lesson for part B of the arrangement, and you'll have a play-along track there once you do get to know the tune as well. Now, we are in standard tuning. We're in 3/4 time. Key of A minor. Now this fingerstyle arrangement is very melody heavy with some support from the harmony from those chords. So we have different moments where the bass notes will move, other moments where they sort of stay put a little bit, but we'll check that out as we go. The basic approach for the right hand is going to be alternating two fingers for the melody. So the melody is a lot of single string movement. So if we just alternate two fingers, it could be index and middle, or it could be middle and ring. That's going to get us through this melody. Now the thumb, of course, is going to play those low bass notes. So just a quick example of this opening phrase. Over that A minor, those first two bars, you notice my thumb played those bass notes there, supporting that A minor, while our melody, is on top. So putting these two parts together, so that pickup note is on beat 3. So we have 1, 2, 3 as our entry into the first measure, first beat. Once we get there, we have 1, 2, and 3. We'll repeat this pretty much for the second measure with a variation on that bass note. We're moving to the E on that third beat. So counting through these measures, we have 1, 2, and 3. The hammer on in there. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Moving on to this D minor measure. Right, we have these melody notes over eighth notes to begin with. Yeah, with that pull-off slur. Noticing that D bass note is just carrying through there. That's important. We want that to support our melody. The third beat, we're going to play again the open D with the open B, but this time we're going to do a really quick triplet hammer on pull-off. So 16th note triplets into the A. So that open B, C, B to the A. 3 and 3 and. So that third measure along, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So in measure 4 here, we have this hammer-on ornament in there. So we have the G and the open G, hammering onto the A, open B. And we're going to play this, the rhythm for this one is 1E and. There's that second beat, open G. E minor to close it out, unison E's there. So low E and the fretted E there on fret 2, string 4. Just to get us going here, we might play these first 4 bars, just string them together. We'll just run it really slow from that pickup, and the pickup is on that third beat. So 1, 2, 3. There's our 4 bars there. We do get to repeat this a little bit later on, pretty much. Let's have a look at the second half. Now, as we go through, we're going to chat about some techniques you want to watch as we go as well. So, as we play through, at this moment in time, we've just played the low E in this last beat of the 4th measure. We're about to play the A minor with a C up next. One of the things you want to be mindful of is open strings that continue to ring. Sometimes we want them to stop. So the E minor, as we come to the A minor, and we pick that first melody note with the C and the open A, the thumb can come in to stop string 6 from the previous chord as we play the A. So I'll play the E in beat 3 of measure 4. I'm coming in to play the A next. And as I do so, I'm just coming to rest slightly on the side of my thumb to dampen string 6. If I don't do that, that E string will start to muddy up the sound of that A minor. Technically it's not a wrong note, but because it's a deeper tone, it will sort of get in the way a little bit. So out of the E minor into the A minor, there's a technique to work on. So that will happen a few times in the tune. So after the E, coming in, resting on the E string just as we play the A. It all happens very quickly, but that's the idea. So from the E, coming in to play the A, but touching string 6 as you do so. So in context, out of measure 4 into beat 1 of measure 5, yeah, so I dampen that 6th string there. So that's a good technique to be mindful of, because that will help to clean up the sound of these chords and the harmony supporting the melody. Now, in these next 4 bars, let's have a go at these first 2 bars here. So this is pretty easy. Just watch the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3. Measure 6. 1, 2, and 3. Grace note hammer on there. So watch that one. 1, 2. The hammer on comes in straight away. So 1, 2, and 3. Measure 7. Now in this bar, open E was followed by the G, so that don't have to worry about dampening it, yeah, because obviously that fretted G is going to do that job there. Into this F position, so using your 3rd finger and your 1st finger for that chord, and out of that 2-beat half note we have to hold there into this G with a pull-off position. 2, 3, and. Yeah. We'll come back through all this in a moment, but we're going to move forward because the next part is a repeat of the first 4 bars, except for the 4th bar along, rather than the variation. We're just going to play it straight. Yeah, so a similar idea without the ornament in there. So as you come through from measure 9, all the same as the beginning, nice and straight there on measure 12. Now coming through from measure 12, we do want to dampen that 6th string again as we play the next position for C. So again, that technique is really important. Coming out of the 12th measure, as we're about to play the C position, thumb blocked out string 6, dampened string 6. So measure 13, again that rhythm, so the dotted quarter note to the 8th, 1, 2, and 3. Now here, measure 14, we're going to switch over positions. So we've got this F position with an A on top and our 1st finger on the F. So 1, 2, and 3, and, but switching back positions. So the fingering for the left hand is in the tablature. Do check that out because that will help you set your positions up. And so out of this F position, 1, 2, 2nd finger, and then the open strings will allow us to change back into open position, 1st position with our 3rd finger. 1, 2, and 3, and. So measure 15 into 16. This is a pretty quick movement when we get the tempo up, but we just want to switch these chord positions. And 2nd finger on that C will allow us to quickly grab the F in the next measure. 1st finger, 3rd and 4th, 1st finger there, 2nd finger now on that C, and into F with 1st and 3rd fingers. For the repeat, we'll repeat this section again and we're going to go into the G position with the pull off from the C there. So out of the F, 1, 2, 3, like earlier. So we do play it through twice. The second ending will be slightly different as we're about to jump into part B. Let's have a little play through, but just be mindful of some of the techniques. So remember that the melody always wants to be the most dominant part of what we're hearing. So don't play your bass notes too strong. Make sure the balance is in your 2 parts, so the lower and the upper portion of what we're playing. Keep an ear out for the rhythm and the dampening of string 6 when required. It also happens at times on some of the other strings too. So do be mindful of that open strings ringing over the bar when that chord is finished. All right, let's have a slow playthrough. We're going to go through all of part A just once. Just nice and slow from the top. So 1, 2, 3. around we go for that second time. So there we have it. What a lovely melody, yeah? This arrangement, I've enjoyed this arrangement. The bass line, the moving bass notes supporting from the chords works really nicely. It makes it a really nice, pretty tune to pick. Head over to pickinglessons.com. You can get yourself a copy of this tablature, but in the member section there, we will continue this lesson and we'll break down part B. We're moving up the neck for a portion of it. There's a bit going on, some challenging hand positions for the left hand too. So we'll break all that down. So jump on over, pickinglessons.com. I'll see you there.